everyone. In today's video we're going to be installing the MAXXAIR fan on the roof of my 2020 all-wheel drive Ford Transit. The installation is fairly simple. There's plenty of videos online on how to do it. I'm just going to show you guys how I installed it and some tips along the way. We got another hot day today, 94 degrees. Spent the morning looking for some spots to take pictures of the roof rack for a Flatline Van Company. This area was filled with tourists, so I had a really hard time driving around. Got some good shots for them though. So the tools we're gonna need, you're gonna need your ladder again. You're gonna need automotive paint primer and the applicator for when you cut open the roof and expose the raw metal. Lap sealant, a file to file down any of the metal shards that don't come off, your jigsaw, painter's tape, safety glasses and gloves, and your measuring tape and some butyl sealant to keep this thing all watertight. I went with the MAXXAIR Fan Deluxe, remote operated. You can use it in the rain. This thing's pretty awesome. Let's get started. Forgot to add, you're going to need a drill, some bits, and probably some earplugs. Alright, so the first thing I actually got to do is move this cross member that way more. You can see the supports on the roof framing are here and here, and the MAXXAIR fan is going to sit right in between. So this guy's got to go that way. And then this guy should be okay. And then we should have all our clearances for this thing. Holes are officially cut and cleaned up. Time for the jigsaw. I put a box over the opening so that it catches any of the metal shavings in the pan when it drops down after I'm done cutting it. The box worked like a charm. We got a hole, guys. Look at these metal shavings that would otherwise fall on my brand new flooring and creep into the metal and eventually rust. Trying something a little bit different here. I'm going to use this tape as a border so that the self-leveling lap sealant kind of has a nice edge to it instead of just a runny edge. So let's see how this works out. All right, just like that, we're done. Awesome. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the fan installation. I went ahead and installed a couple more strips of the sound deadening to reduce the vibration when this thing's operating. I'm going to try and show you guys a really simple way to test this thing out. I haven't really done this before, but I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to try and use a cigarette lighter, connect it to the negative and positive terminals of the fan, and plug it into my mini solar generator and make sure this thing works. So the logic is pretty much the same as this mini fan here that you plug into your cigarette outlet. I'm going to use my mini solar generator here and essentially plug this MAXXAIR fan by tying into the positive and negative of this accessory plug. I'm going to need some extension wires from the MAXXAIR fan leads, which I've coiled up right up there. Wrap it up with electrical tape and plug it into there. Let's see how this goes. One thing to note, the black cable on the MAXXAIR fan is labeled as a positive terminal, which is really atypical since the black terminal that you would see on something like this is the ground. So the black with the white stripe on this cigarette lighter plug is actually the positive, so just keep that in mind. All right, moment of truth, you guys. Put the extended wires on there from the MAXXAIR fan all the way to the cigarette lighter plug. I want to hammer home that this is a temporary condition and I don't condone anybody to wire up their electrical system this way. I simply just want to check out and see that the MAXXAIR fan works, and this is a quick and easy way to do it for you guys at home. I don't think there's any videos on this online that I've seen that shows you how to do this step by step. So let's do this. Plug this guy in, turn this on. We got a light, okay, and we got our remote here. Let's go ahead and power this guy on. Here we go, guys. We did it. Awesome. There we go. Perfect. We can see here it's drawing about 11 watts direct current. That's awesome. All right, shut this puppy off. So good. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the MAXXAIR fan. Again, take your time and be careful when wiring this thing up. What's awesome about this setup is you can't even tell that there's a MAXXAIR fan on the roof. So shout out to Flatline Fan Company for the awesome roof rack. All right, guys, see you guys on the next one.